Hello? Hi? Can you hear me now? Hello? Hi? Oh, hello? Hi? Can you hear me now? I saw that somebody said that my mic sounded off. Can you hear me now? Oh, my worst night, one of my worst nightmares just happened. I was muted on the street. Oh, well, this is a learning experience. You know what's so funny is I think I might have done that to myself, and I'm internally furious with myself right now. I muted my microphone before the stream, so that I wouldn't accidentally have background noise play, but I forgot to take it off. And we're already 20 minutes into this stream. We're already 20 minutes into this stream. Oh, I'm sad now. But anyway, the good thing is we didn't go through many Pokemon, but even then, the fact that all of that is now mute, it hurts me. But basically, yeah. Basically I said Ditto. I said smash to Ditto because who realistically wouldn't smash Ditto? Because he's basically a slime boy. And who wouldn't smash a slime boy? You know? So I know and I also mentioned that I mentioned that I know that Gardevoir is the most smashed Pokemon. But realistically, in theory, Ditto is technically the most compatible. Because he can shapeshift into anything. What else did I say? I feel bad now. I said so many things. I said so many riveting things and nobody could hear them. I said pass to Lapras. I said yes to Vaporeon because there are many scientific documents that have been published that prove that the compatibility of Vaporeon with in terms of human and Pokemon breeding. What else did I say? Oh yeah, someone mentioned an anime convention and I asked about that, which one it was, oh yeah, and then it's been a while since I've streamed, or not really, it's been 2 weeks, but it's felt like a very long time. Also, I said that Jolteon is... Did anybody see that? Did anybody see that? I know for a fact that I'm not going insane. It said succulent and beautiful on Jolteon. It just said that, and now it's gone. Great. The Pokemon Smasher Pass is trying to mess with me. It said that, and I previously said that I think whoever wrote that description was biased because electricity scares me. The embarrassment must be palpable. Delicious, scrumptious embarrassment. I mean, there's plenty of that to go around, I guess. Yeah. Yeah. My embarrassment right now is immeasurable. I still can't believe that I was mute for 20 minutes or something. Vaporeon is the most compatible Pokemon with human breeding. Yeah, there's even there's many scientific documents, as I said, that have been published that say that, and which is why I said smash. But Jolteon, on the other hand, because electricity scares me, I'll say pass. I'll, Well, isn't this quite a doozy? Great. Well, this has been quite a rocky. This has been quite a. this has been quite a rocky stream so far. Now, I'm going to refresh and see if that fixes it. Hopefully. And it didn't. Great. well, I guess now we play the waiting game. I guess now we play the waiting game. Until it works. This stream has been going quite. This stream has been going quite. It has been quite dizzy. Not only did I start off muted, and not only did Jolteon try and gaslight me with what I saw as the description, but now, oh, there it goes. But now Pokemon Smash or Pass doesn't want to show, doesn't want me to conduct my research. Anyway, it's back now. It's back now. Okay. So, when storing thermal Flareon. When storing thermal energy in its body, its temperature could soar to over 1,000 degrees. That's pretty hot. That's pretty smoldering even. I don't think that I could smash a Flareon though. I mean, it's kind of one of those Pokemon that, like I said, it's too adorable to smash. Look at it. Look at it. It is no more smashable than, say, a Vulpix. So I'm going to pass. Porygon. What a geometric wonder. Porygon is a Pokemon that consists entirely of programming code, capable of moving freely in cyberspace. Oh, okay. So he's basically like a code. He's just a piece of code, basically, that has managed to gain sentience, and is also palpable. He's palpable. He's physically palpable. Is he plappable though? That's another question. I'm going to say, He kind of looks like a very poorly rendered duck, doesn't he? Somewhat. Porygon is just Esex IRL. I mean, yeah, he's kind of just a realistically logistically, if you smashed a Porygon, you would kind of be smashing a lewd message, like a lewd DM or something, IRL. And he also happens to look like a poorly rendered duck, somewhat, to me. So I'm going to say pass. Omanite, although long extinct, in rare cases it can be genetically resurrected from fossils. Mm-hmm. Now hear me out. Now listen to the kerfuzzly little thing that I have to say. How often can you say that you smashed something extinct? How often can you say that you smashed something that is unfeasibly attainable by today's standards? So smashing an Omanite is basically a rarity. I wouldn't go so far as to say it's a privilege, but it's a rarity. It's a rarity. Although you do have to genetically resurrect him. And that's a bit of work. It's a bit of work. It's a bit of scientific work. Tentacle? Yeah. Yeah. I'm not sure if I'm not too into tentacles, actually. I'm not necessarily opposed to them. I've actually been recently kind of somewhat researching them a little bit more. For science, for the simple fact that we're going to have to resurrect a fossil, and that's a whole scientific endeavor in and of itself, and I also on top of that get to smash a extinct being, for science purely, I assure you. Smash. Omastar. Okay, I'm not crazy. I'm not crazy. Well, no, I am crazy, but I'm not that crazy. That does say succulent and beautiful. Look at it. On Omastar. Which, just looking at Omastar, that scares me. That really scares me. Pass. And now we play the waiting game again. I don't know what's happening with my internet today. This usually doesn't happen. That's it. No further argument needed for Omanite. Yeah, exactly. I think I have some pretty fair, valid points for why I would smash Omanite. Don't worry, tentacles will corrupt you eventually. Only time will tell, but I wouldn't say that I'm corrupted quite yet. I just find them. I'm starting to find them a little bit more intriguing, a little bit more riveting. Oh, there we go. Okay. I was about to say, should I refresh it again? Kabuto. A Pokemon that was resurrected from a fossil, found in what was once the ocean floor eons ago. I'm going to pass on Kabuto. My reasoning, he looks too much like an insect. And see, contrary to Omanite, at least Omanite looked like a snail, which I have no problem, or rather, I'm not afraid of snails. And he had tentacles. And well, Kabuto looks kind of like an insect, and I'm afraid of most insects. So, yeah, pass. And Kabutops. Its sleek shape is perfect for swinging It slashes prey with its claws and drains the body's fluids. How fascinating! Is this kind of is this Pokemon in some way related to Scyther? Because this is basically Desert Scyther. And Scyther is one of my favorite Pokemons, but yeah, it looks like a Desert Scyther. But I don't like how well, I can't say that I'm just going to complain about his scales, but technically I did say in the first Pokemon Smasher Pass that I would smash Ekans, and Ekans is a snake, so, Cobbletop circumcision incarnate. Yeah, I'm going to say path, because I feel he's going to rip me to shreds, and not in a good way. I feel that he's going to rip me to shreds, and not in a good way. So, yeah, I'm going to say pass on Cobbleptops. Aerodactyl. Aerodactyl. Off-topic question. Off-topic question. How well rigged is your model? What level of tracking do you have? Just curious, mind you. I'm not sure. Actually, I'm not sure. I mean, I would like to think that it's. I would like to think that it's very well rigged. I think that my. I mean, there's not really maybe there is, and maybe I'm just ignorant on that right now, but I don't think that there's levels to check on how well rigged the model is. Well, I mean, like I don't think there's like a set number. I think there's no, like, I'm not sure if there's like, you know, like levels, like, oh, levels to it. But I would like to think that I'm very well rigged. My VTuber model, Mama and Papa, as they say, did a great job. But yeah, technically to answer your question, I guess, I don't know. In terms of the rigging, my VTuber model, Mama and Papa, as they say, which was one person. She did both the art and the rig. She did all the rigging, she did all of that, and then she just kind of handed me the files, and gave me instructions on how to set it up, and I just did exactly as she said. And yeah, Aerodactyl, a Pokemon. Now, Aerodactyl, a Pokemon that roamed the skies in the dinosaur era. Its teeth are like saw blades. Pass. Do I really need to explain why? Do I really need to explain why? Well, maybe not on how rigged the model is, but on the amount of tracking, mostly referring to a certain white-haired cat doing backflips on the tracking part. Forgive me if I'm wrong, but are you referring to another VTuber who are you referring to by a certain white-haired cat doing backflips? Only one comes to mind. Are you talking about Fillion? Are you talking about Fillion? Fillion, The are you talking about her? Because technically she has all of that tracking because she has she has a 3D model, I think. I don't think she's VR necessarily. Maybe she is. Actually, she might be. But basically, she has a 3D model. And she has full body tracking. That's why. That's why. That's a whole nother spectrum. That's a whole nother realm of tracking. But yeah. Yeah. Maybe one day, I too will do a backflip and then hurt myself in the and then land on my face in the process. Snorlax. Very lazy. Very lazy. Just eats and sleeps. As its rotund bulk builds, it becomes steadily more slothful. Here's a fun fact about Snorlax. For all of from what I understand, I think Snorlax eats 1,000 pounds of food a day, and then he falls asleep. That's it. He eats 1,000 pounds of food a day, and then he falls asleep. Honestly, Snorlax, I have to say. You see, he's a good Pokemon. I wouldn't smash him though. I would absolutely adore to take a nap on Snorlax. I would absolutely love to be cuddled, maybe by Snorlax. It's just a thought. But smashing, no. Not only that, but I don't think Snorlax is that kind of guy. I think he's just one of those that you chill with, that you, for lack of a better word, chill and cuddle with. But I don't want to say pass, because I'm not technically passing. Should I? I'm going to say smash, but I don't mean it in the traditional sense. Only because I can't bring myself to say pass to Snorlax. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Anyway, yes, wait. Yes, the insane one in the tracking is something that has me fascinated. Oh, yeah, okay, so, yeah. So she does that because of, full body tracking. Yeah. Yeah, that's how she does that. And like I said, maybe one day, I too will do a backflip and land on my face in the process. For science. You're getting crushed by power bottom Snorlax. Well, don't say it like that. Don't say that I'm getting crushed by a power bottom, because that would make me an even bigger bottom. That would make me like what's even farther than a bottom. That would make that would make me even below a bottom, I feel. So don't say it like that. I have I would totes snuggle a Snorlax. Yeah, right. It seems very nice. It seems very I was going to say refreshing. That's not the right word, but you get what I mean. Hello? Oh, hello. Um, hello, welcome. We're doing Pokemon. We're continuing the Pokemon Smasher Pass from several streams ago. Um, and yeah, we're on Arcticuno. A legendary bird Pokemon that is said to appear to doomed people who are lost in icy mountains. You see, I like Arcticuno. He seems like a really chill. He seems like a really, for like a better word, chill guy. He seems like a very He seems like a very cool gentleman. But he's a bird. He's too bird-like for me to smash, personally. So I'm going to pass. I'm actually somewhat surprised. There's actually a pretty fair amount of all of you can see it down there. Apparently there's a pretty fair amount of people that would still smash an Arcticuno. Surface tops is opposite to a power bottom. Bottom just means receiving. Sub would be your calling, wouldn't be your calling bottom. Oh yeah. Yeah. Actually, now that I think about it, isn't service bottom technically even further? Technically, isn't even that more of a bottom than just a bottom? I vaguely distinctly remember I actually vaguely remember distinctly on Twitter this one other femboy VTuber was getting called a service bottom, and I went in and I spread knowledge to him. I spread knowledge to him, and apparently he didn't know. Apparently he actually didn't know what service bottom meant. Yeah, I'm not a service bottom. I'm not a service bottom. I'm not. But also there's a stream delay, maybe 1 or 1.5. Really? Really? I'm not sure how to fix that. Is there a delay? Let me check. Really quick. No, I mean, I don't think so. I'm looking at it and it is somewhat delayed, but not by that much. Alright. It's somewhat delayed, I can see that, but not by that much. I think you might be a little bit behind, because I know that sometimes on streams you can rewind them back. Or not rewind them back, but sometimes you can go back, and maybe you're a little bit behind on the stream. I'm not sure. I wish I knew how to fix that though, if that's the case. Nothing can be done about that, but it's why his chat is lagging behind. Oh, okay. Okay, I understand. It's alright, but personally I pass. Same with Zapdos and Moltres. Service bottom. Yeah, I pass on most birds, kind of like insects. But unlike insects, it's not because I'm afraid of birds, just because I don't want to smash a bird. But service bottom, that sounds like some public use well-structured. I mean, in theory, it probably could be, but who knows? I wouldn't know because I'm not a service bottom. And as for Zapdos, pass. Yeah. Moltres, known as the legendary bird of fire, every flap of its wings creates a dashing flash of flames. I'm going to pass because I feel that would be painful. I'm going to pass because fire hurts. That's it. That's my reasoning. I'm going to pass because fire hurts. Dratini. You know, here's a small little. I don't know why Dratini has one of those names that's very fun to say. Dratini. It's a fun little word. It sounds like an onomatopoeia. I like it. I like saying it. but I smash it though. But I smash a Dratini. Long considered a mythical Pokemon until recently, when a small colony was found living underwater. Oh yeah, isn't it a little sea dragon type of thing? Isn't it kind of like a little sea dragon Pokemon? Somewhat? I mean, something like that? I mean, when I smash a Dratini, no, I wouldn't. I wouldn't. Who am I kidding? I wouldn't. Look at it. It's too adorable to smash. Pass. Dragonair. A mythical Pokemon that exudes a gentle aura. Has the ability to change climate conditions. Oh, okay. So he's like a little weathered sea dragon. And unlike a dragon, unlike a Dratini, a Dragonair is actually mythical. Well, that kind of changes things. How often can you say that you smash a mythical creature? But at the same time, he does look very cute. Not smashable, but very, very cute. Let me think. I'm going to say pass. He's kind of Dragonite pass. And I'm going to tell you why. Dragonite kind of looks like one of you see, there was a specific when I was a child, there was a cartoon that I watched on the and he kind of looks like he belongs to that cartoon. He's a very goofy, cartoonish looking fella, which I like, but I don't want to smash. I don't think that would be proper to smash him. Might be quiet for a bit. Gotta cook food. Oh, okay. Whoopee here. Make sure it turns out absolute. Make sure it turns out scrumptious. But yeah, I think if I'm not mistaken, the cartoon that Dragonite kind of looks from, almost, is I think it was called Dragon Tales. I think, Dragon Tales. Does that sound like a real thing to anybody? Dragon Tales. I distinctly remember there was a cartoon named Dragon Tales, and Dragonite looks like from that. Because of that, I'm going to pass. Mewtwo. Mewtwo though, on the other hand. Mewtwo, on the other hand, the thick thigh boy. The thick thigh Pokemon. Here's a very legitimate, fully serious question. Do you think Mewtwo has some of the thickest thighs out of all the Pokemon? Realistically, logistically, purely from a logistic standpoint, do you think Mewtwo has like the thickest thighs of all the Pokemon? Um, um, do you think so? because Mewtwo is always interpreted with the apps with like turkey legs, like super plaptastic thighs. That is a femboy I'm somewhat envious of, but that's beside the point. That's beside the point. I think, actually, isn't Mute? Hang on. It was created by a scientist after years of horrific gene splicing and DNA engineering experiments. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Mewtwo was made in a lab from lots of scientific experiments. Yeah. Smash. I will smash. I will put myself forward for scientific innovation. Mewtwo is the mind break is real, but telekinetic. Oh, I mean, as a researcher, I get mind broken on a regular basis. So, what's a little bit more mind breaking with Mewtwo? Mew. 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 I'm going to say, so rare that it is still said to be a mirage by many experts. Only a few people have seen it worldwide. I'm going to pass on Mew, only because he looks like about the size of a squirrel. Kinda. Unlike Mewtwo, who's... How big is Mewtwo actually? From all the depictions I've seen of Mewtwo, he's fairly large. Mew looks like the size of a squirrel. So for that reason, I'm going to I'm going to pass. I'd say 127 passes so far. Interesting. Yeah. And yeah. Yeah. 127 passes and 23 smashes. Because a lot of people might think that I would smash. I feel that a lot of people would think that I would smash a lot more Pokemon than I actually would, but no. I have many reasons to pass on certain ones. Like insects. I'm afraid of insects, so yeah. Well, what do you think Mew's tail could do? I mean, that tail? I mean, is it really worth it though? Realistically, Although he is considered so rare that he's not even believed to be real half the time. No, but then if I, in theory, if I were to smash a Mew, because he's so rare that he's literally considered to be a mirage most times by experts, most people, including me probably, wouldn't even believe that actually happened. It would just seem like a fever dream. So it's a tricky one, but I'm going to say what I said originally. I'm going to pass. Chikorita. A sweet aroma gently wafts from the leaf on its head. From the leaf on its head, it is docile and loves to soak up the sun's rays. Pass. She reminds me too much of Bulbasaur. Kind of. Somewhat. I mean... No, I can't smash a Chikorita. No. Bay leaf. Like bay leaf. Like the kind of like the actual leaf that you can use in cooking, but not. Not. Professionals have standards? Exactly. I am a professional researcher, and as such I have some standards. I have some bit of shame. I have some bit of shame because I have some bit of shame. But onto bay leaf. The scent of spices comes from around its neck. Somehow sniffing it makes you want to fight. Okay, here's my question. This is going to sound very wrong, but could I use the could in theory, do you think I could use the leaves on its neck, like harvest them and use them for cooking, and then in that way create sort of a berserker, a food item that makes a person go berserk? You think I could do that? You think that would be theoretically possible? I think so. Because in theory, I don't want to smash bay leaf, first off, but I would be interested in harvesting the leaves and then turning them into some sort of berserker snack. Actually, I want to research the leaves, is what I'm saying. I want to research the leaves around its neck. But I don't want to smash. And since this isn't the kind of thing that happened with Snorlax, where I don't really want to cuddle with a bay leaf or anything, I'm going to say pass as well. Meganium. The aroma that rises from its petals contains a substance that calms aggressive feelings. So the opposite of a bay leaf. So the opposite of a bay leaf. So the opposite of a bay leaf. Yeah, see, I wouldn't smash a bay leaf, because, I don't like being angry. And I don't want to be angry every time I get close to a bay leaf. But, a Meganium is the complete opposite and calms aggressive feelings. I'm going to smash. Because I feel like it would be a very peaceful time. I feel it would be a very peaceful time, realistically, logistically speaking. Cyndaquil. It has a timid nature. If it is startled, the flames on its back burn more vigorously. Okay. So, if it is startled, then the flames on its back burn more vigorously. Okay, so imagine this. Imagine you're smashing a Cyndaquil. And imagine you're getting really into it, and then you do something that shocks it. And as a result, it shocks it so much, it's the human equivalent of a heart attack. And because of that, giant flames erupt from its back, and your house is now burning down. Imagine that. And then the firefighters ask you, like an hour later, they're like, "So why did your house burn down?" "I was smashing a cyndaquil too hard, and I startled it." Yeah, no. I'm going to say pass. Yeah, I'm going to pass. I'm going to pass. If aggressive feelings are if aggressive feelings are factual, it's essentially a yeah. So with a Cyndaquil, if you did decide to smash a Cyndaquil, you would kind of have to like make sure he doesn't get startled. So kind of always have him let him know what's happening. Don't catch him by surprise, because because then, in theory, you could shock him so much that you burn your house down or something, and then you have to explain to the firefighters that you burned your house down because you smashed a Cyndaquil too hard and it got shocked. Yeah. Now, now Quill Lava, on the other hand, I feel it's the same thing, no? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Do you see that? Do you see that? 148,827 people would smash a Cyndaquil. That's a lot. That's a lot of buildings burning down. Because there's no doubt in my mind. There's no doubt in my mind that out of those 148,827 people that smashed a Cyndaquil, there's no way that not one of them got shocked and they accidentally caused a house fire in the process. But yeah, I'm going to say pass on Quill Lava. And now we play the waiting game again. But yeah. Yeah. Cyndaquil is quite a doozy. I'm assuming Quill Lava is also kind of the same, somewhat, as a Cyndaquil in terms of what it does. For some reason, Pokemon Smash or Pass every now and then labels a Pokemon as succulent and beautiful, and so as a result, I couldn't actually see a proper description of it. Yeah, I'm just going to say pass on that. On the Quill Lava. Also because fire hurts. You know. Fire hurts. You know, I would much rather be more I would much rather smash a water Pokemon, because at least water Pokemon don't hurt. You know, but yeah. At least I will save myself from the pain by smashing a water Pokemon. Although technically you could drown in water Pokemon. In theory, you could. In theory you could. Yeah. We're just waiting for some reason, I don't know what's happening with my internet today. Today my internet is lagging for some reason. It never lags. And today it is. Yeah. I don't actually, now that I think about it, how many smashes have I gotten today? Today, from what I remember, I've smashed a Ditto, a Mewtwo, and a couple others. that I have too scatterbrained of a memory to remember right now. Just Jaws? What do you mean Jaws? What do you mean Jaws? Did Jaws? What Jaws? I feel like I don't. My mind is racing because like I'm trying to figure out what's taking so long for it to load, and then I'm also just Jaws. I keep thinking shark. Every time I think of Jaws, I think of sharks. Which actually, by the way, while we wait for the next one, by the way, yesterday I got a Yesterday I actually bought another I actually got another blowhigh yesterday. I got another shark plushie yesterday. I was going to post it on Twitter, but I forgot. And this one is massive. This one compared to my previous ones is like a whole megalodon shark. He's big. This is a big boy. This is a big boy shark. I'll be sure to post it on Twitter later. I won't forget this time. But yeah, like blowhigh. Yeah, I got another one yesterday, and now I have 3. And this one, like I said, this one is very big. It's very big. Like I think I measured him yesterday, and he literally is like as like if I hold him from like my feet up, he's all the way up to like basically my hips almost. He's a big boy shark. Yeah, but I'll post them on Twitter. I was very happy to get that blowhigh yesterday. I made it at long last. Welcome. We're having some technical difficulties, and we're just playing the waiting game. we're playing the waiting game. We're just kind of waiting for the next Pokemon. I don't know why my internet is so bad today, actually, but yeah, we're kind of waiting. If I hope it comes back, but if it doesn't, I guess we're doing a just chatting stream or something, because it's taking a while. Anyway, nursing a hangover. Oh, you have a hangover. I've never been hungover because I don't drink alcohol, but I mean, they say that water is good. they say that spicy things are good. I think. I'm not sure, but I think from what I've heard, I'm not sure, but from what I hear, spicy things are good for that. Want to talk about your little chat rep? What do you mean chat? What do you mean chat rep? I'm chat rep. What do you mean? Saw a couple of bands last night. Oh, you did? What bands? What kind of bands? I love bands. I love bands. I think I mentioned it in my debut stream, but I listen to music of of all kinds from many different time periods. So odds are I'll at least know the genre that you're talking about, at least. What bands did you see last night, though? Did you have a good time? Was it a wild show? Was it a wild show? Also, because you say bands, I'm assuming I'm assuming it wasn't just one. I'm assuming it was like I'm assuming it was one of those events where it has like 4 or 5 bands or something, like a little band festival type of thing. Maybe even, I'm not sure. Ozzy Osbourne and Kiss tribute. So tribute bands. Oh, okay. I've actually never seen a tribute band. Then again, I haven't really seen most bands live. I've seen like 2. I've seen like 2 bands live, but that's about it. But I've never seen tribute bands. But that sounds like a lot of fun. I've definitely listened to more Ozzy Osbourne than Kiss. Although Kiss, there definitely was a point where I did listen to Kiss. There definitely was a point where I did listen to Kiss for a little bit. But I mean, I also have sentimental attachment, one could say, to Ozzy Osbourne, mainly because of the fact that Black Sabbath, the whole the literal band, the literal first doom metal band. Yeah. That's why, really. But that sounds like a lot of fun. I hope you had a lot of fun. Ozzy was great. Yeah. Ozzy is phenomenal. He's extremely old. He's extremely old now. He's one of those that has been around for an extremely long time, and you just kind of forget how long he's been around, and he's still around. It's back. Okay. It's back. Finally. I was getting so caught up. I was getting so caught up in kind of losing myself in my thoughts about bands that I forgot that we were waiting for it to come back. And look, it's finally back. So, yeah. But I hope you had fun. It sounds like a lot of fun. It sounds like a lot of fun. Now, Typhlosion. If its rage peaks, it becomes so hot that anything that touches it will instantly go up in flames. That does not sound fun. That does not sound fun. Contrary to the band thing that we were talking about, that does not sound fun, so I'm going to pass. Totodile. Its well-developed jaws are... Is this what you meant by jaws? Someone said jaws. I don't remember who said it, but someone said jaws. Is this what you meant by jaws? This? That's what you meant by jaws? That is entirely not what that is not what I thought when I thought of jaws. A totodile. Its well-developed jaws are more powerful and capable of crushing anything. Even its trainer must be careful. To whoever said Jaws, would you smash a Totodile? Because I personally pass. Pass. I'm not necessarily opposed to getting bitten, but the fact that it has strong, powerful jaws leads me to think that I'm not going to. Leads me to think that it's going to be quite a bone-crushing adventure. It's going to be a very painful adventure. Croconaw. If it loses a fang, a new one grows back in its place. There are always 48 fangs lining its mouth. Okay, so Totodile had jaws, had some very sharp teethsies, and this one has fangs. Which, from what I understand, there is a difference between fangs and jaws. I just don't remember exactly what the difference is. But I'm going to pass as well. I'm going to pass. Feral gator. When it bites with its massive and powerful jaws, it shakes its head and savagely tears its victims up. I'm going to die. I'm going to die. Like, like he's going to rip me to shreds. And again, not in a good way. He's going to tear me inside and out. He's going to ravage me, and not in a good way, so I'm going to pass. I'm going to pass on that. I wouldn't even get... yeah. No. Apparently, though, that didn't stop 24,416 who apparently would accept being ravaged by a who apparently wouldn't mind being ravaged. That's crazy. That's very crazy. Anyway, that's ludicrous. But anything with big teeth pass. I mean, I wouldn't mind if they had big teeth, but just don't bite me like that. Don't bite me with powerful jaws and fangs and rip me to shreds. Don't do that. Please. Please. Don't rip me to shreds. I have much research that still needs to be conducted, and I can't do it if I'm just I can't do it if I'm just a bunch of strips of meat. Anyway, Sentret, a very cautious Pokemon. It raises itself up using its tail to get a better view of its surroundings. Pass. That's like a squirrel. I don't want to smash a squirrel. Same thing with Furret. It's a ferret, but more furry. It's very cute. It's very cute. I don't think I can take away from the fact that it's very cute. It's very cute. But it's not smashable, in my opinion. It's not smashable. It makes a nest to suit its long and skinny body. The rest is impossible for other Pokemon to enter. The nest is impossible for other Pokemon to enter. Yeah, it's very small, very cute, but I'm gonna pass on that. Hoot hoot. Hoot hoot. Hoot hoot. Hoot hoot. It's an owl. It's a bird. Cute but pass. Yeah, it's very cute. Furret is very cute, but I wouldn't smash it. Smash? You would smash a hoot hoot? Correct me if I'm wrong, but you would smash a hoot hoot? A hoot, a hoot, hoot, a hoot, hoot. Yeah, I'm gonna pass. That's just an owl. That's just a bird. It's a bird, but it's basically just an owl. And now we play the waiting game again. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, but I'm so sorry. I don't know what's happening today. That my internet is just so slow, I guess. But hey, at least we can discuss. We can have little just chatting streams in between. Little breaks, if you will. I mean, sort of as a break. You do need to take breaks between smashing, so we could say that. You do need to take breaks between smashing. You can't just smash continuously. It's not healthy. But it's not healthy. But no big huge eyes. You're into big huge eyes? Is that what you're saying? Is that why you would smash hoot hoot? I'm very curious. But back to bands. I guess so. Back to just chatting for a little bit. Meanwhile the next Pokemon comes up. How's everybody doing today? Actually, I don't think I said that. Or no, I did say that, but I was muted. For those of you who joined later, I had one of my worst nightmares happen. One of my worst nightmares happened. I started the stream and I was mute for like 10 minutes. I was so furious. I was furious. Yeah, but how's everybody doing today? How's everybody doing today? I hope everybody's doing alright. I hope everybody's doing alright. Doing good? Good. Oh, it's back. Okay. It's back. Okay. Whew, okay. It's back. We're back in business. We're back to research. Okay, so Noctowl, another owl. Its eyes are specially adapted. They concentrate even faint light and enable it to see in the dark. Okay. It has flying. There's that. But again, it's an owl. It's a bird. It's not enough. It's not enough to really make me want to smash. So again, I'm going to pass. Ladybug. Ladybug. A ladybug, basically. A horned ladybug. I think all of you already know what I'm going to say. I think most of you already know what I'm going to say. I'm going to pass because it's a bug type Pokemon, and I'm afraid of most bugs. It's somewhat cute. It's kind of like he's kind of like a Minecraft spider, in that he's kind of cute but kind of not. Somewhat. He's kind of like a Minecraft spider. He's kind of cute but kind of not. But I'm still going to pass. It is very timid. It will be afraid to move if it is alone. But it will be active if it is in a group. Oh, okay. So speaking from a smashing perspective, he's good for group activities. If you're smashing and you have a group activity in mind, he's perfect for it. He's perfect for it. It's where he most thrives. But again, I'm going to pass. Respectfully. I'm going to respectfully pass. Same with Lydian. When the stars flicker in the night sky, it flutters about, scattering a glowing powder. Oh, okay, so they're kind of like a firefly Pokemon, somewhat. And they shoot glowing dust and powder everywhere. I'm not. Who am I kidding? Yeah, pass. Spinnerack, no, pass, thank you. Ariados, no, thank you. I'm very afraid of spiders. I am very deathly afraid of spiders. I am so afraid of spiders. Here's a little bit of lore about me. I am so afraid of spiders that I couldn't even play. I couldn't even play Minecraft when I was a child because the spider scared me. Like, I couldn't even. I'm very afraid of spiders. It's so. There's no way that I'm smashing a Spinnerack or an Ariados. I'm going to pass. I'm going to pass because my fear of spiders, it's gotten better, but spiders are definitely something that I'm very afraid of. That I'm very afraid of. I couldn't even play Minecraft when I was a child because the spider scared me. Eventually I could, but as a child I couldn't. I couldn't even play a bunch of other games actually because spiders. I couldn't do it. Like for example, like I think it was Dragon Age. No, was it Dragon Age Origins? Yeah, that's what it was called. That and I think does the Elder Scrolls have spiders? I'm not sure, but the point is, all of those had spiders, and I couldn't play them because I'm that afraid of spiders. And I'm going to pass on any spider Pokemon. Now, Crobat, on the other hand, is a cute four-winged bat. I do like his flying pattern. I do like the way he flaps his four wings. I really like that. But I don't want to smash. I don't want to smash. You know, he doesn't really spark up my scientific fascination. So I'm going to pass. Chinchou blink their shining antennas at one another to claim their respective turf. Okay, so Chinchou is very cute. He's very cute. I like Chinchou. I actually like this Pokemon and I completely forgot what it was called. But I do like this Pokemon, but I think because he's very cute. He's like wispy. He's very cute. He's very cute. But I don't want to smash him. Very cute though. I would love to have a plushie of him. I would love to have a plushie of him. But yeah, pass. Lantern. It's a very original name. It's a very original, very thought-provoking name. Lantern. But the light it emits is so bright that it can illuminate the sea's surface from a depth of over 3 miles. Okay, he's essentially a very pretty looking... No... He's essentially kind of like an anglerfish, but actually pretty to look at, and he's also not in the deep, dark in the deep, dark, forsaken sea. But no, I don't see smashing potential. Like I said with the other one, he doesn't really spark scientific fascination in me to smash, so I'm going to pass. Pichu. It is not yet skilled at storing electricity. It may send out a jolt if amused or startled. I can't. I can't bring myself to smash a Pichu. No. It's too adorable. It's too adorable. It's too adorable. I can't smash a Pichu. I can't smash a Pichu. Wait. Who said smash? Who said smash to Pichu? That's... I mean, to me it's too adorable to smash. I can't possibly bring myself to smash Pichu. I can't. I can't. Pichu's considered a baby Pokemon. Automatic pass. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I can't. No. Pass. I smash him. I pass on Pichu. I was going to say smash. But then I realized it's Cleffa. It's Cleffa. And I don't really want to smash Cleffa. Because of its unusual star-like silhouette, people believe that it comes here on a meteor. I mean, it's very cute, but not really particularly smashable. And even then, this is kind of like the thing. This is kind of like certain other Pokemon where it's like I don't really see how you would even smash a Cleffa. So I'm going to pass. Igglybuff. Igglybuff. I'm not going to lie. I've actually never seen this Pokemon. I've actually never seen this Pokemon before. That's insane. I'm assuming it's an evolution of Jigglypuff or some related Pokemon to it, but I've actually never seen this Pokemon. I'm going to say pass. It has a very soft body. If it starts to roll, it will bounce all over and can be impossible to stop. Okay, so to anybody who says smash to Igglybuff, they essentially want to smash a ball. They want to smash a soft ball. Like a literal ball that you bounce and bounce and bounce and bounce and bounce. They literally just want to smash a soft ball. I'm going to say pass. Thank you. Togepi. No. I'm going to pass on Togepi. I would love to have a plushie of Togepi. I would love to give Togepi a head pat on the head. But I'm not going to smash Togepi. No. Togepi is one of those Pokemon that I vaguely remember from my childhood, so no, I'm going to pass. Pass. Okay, that's another Pokemon I've never seen before. Togetic. Togetic. Is that how you say it? I feel as if I'm mispronouncing it, but they say that it will appear before the kind-hearted, caring people and shower them with happiness. Oh, okay. That sounds lovely. I wouldn't smash, but that sounds lovely. You know, I would love, absolutely adore I should say, to have this Pokemon around, simply because of the fact that apparently I will be extremely happy, but I don't want to smash it, so I'm going to pass, because we are talking about smashing or passing. Quite a delightful Pokemon though. Now, not to. Because its wings aren't yet fully grown, it has to hop to get around. It is always staring at something. Okay. Always staring. Quite a curious looking. He kind of looks like he's a very curious looking Pokemon. I've never actually seen this Pokemon either, but just looking at it, I'm going to pass. Xatu. They say that it stays still and quiet because it is seeing both the past and future at the same time. That's very neat. I wish I could do that. I can't, but that's a pretty neat ability. I wouldn't smash though, but that's pretty cool. It's pretty neat. I'm going to say yeah, I'm going to say pass. I was attempting to look at it from a different perspective, but no, I can't. I'm going to pass on that one as well. Next, Mareep. I like Mareep. I like Mareep a lot, but I wouldn't smash a Mareep either. It's a very cute sheep. With a very cute tail, but I don't want to smash that. That gets a no from me, personally. Flaffy. As a result of storing too much electricity, it developed patches where even downy wool won't grow. Would any of you smash a Flaffy? Because I don't think I would. No. It's very cute. Very cute. But not smashable. Pass. Ampharos, on the other hand, the tail's tip shines brightly and can be seen from far away. It acts as a beacon for lost people. I mean, smash. Yeah, smash. I don't know. I feel that it could be a very fun time. I feel that it could be a very good, decent time. But anyway, Bellasum. Smash Ampharos? Exactly. He seems like quite a delightful fella. Quite a delightful, respectable fella. Quite a delightful, respectable Pokemon. So yeah, I'll smash. But Bellasum, on the other hand, I'm going to pass. That is a cute flower, girl. I'm going to pass on Bellasum. On Bellosum. Pass. Meryl. Oh boy. Meryl. The tip of its tail, which contains oil that is lighter than water, lets it swim without drowning. Quite a fascinating thing. I feel like there's certain other creatures that do that. I feel there are certain actual real creatures that do that, but I'm not sure. I'm going to say pass. Because look at him. He's a cute Pokemon. He's an oily boy, but he's not smashable. Pass. Azumarill, on the other hand, it lives in water virtually all day long. Its body color and pattern acts as camouflage that make it tough for enemies to spot it in water. Okay, so here's the problem with that. I'm not very good at swimming. And so I definitely feel that if it's always in water, I'm going to have to go in the water, and I can swim, and float, but I'm not that great at it either. So for my own safety, pass. Pseudo-Wudo. Although it always pretends to be a tree, its composition appears to be a rock. Its composition appears to be closer to a rock than a plant. Okay, so do you want to smash a rock that looks like a tree? Do any of you want to smash a rock that looks like a tree? See, maybe if it was actually a tree, I would consider it. But because it's a rock, because it's basically like a rock just disguised as a tree. I feel it's already lying to me, and I feel that lying to someone that you could potentially smash is not a good thing. Is not a good thing to start off with. And not only that, but because it's more rock than actually tree, I feel it would hurt slightly more. So because of that, pass. Politoed. If Poliwag and Poliwhirl hear its echoing cry, they respond by gathering from far and wide. Oh. See, I think I smashed Poliwhirl, actually. I think I actually did say that I would smash Poliwhirl, maybe, I'm not sure. But I would not smash Politoed. An unlubed stone, ouch. Exactly. And not only that, but an unlubed stone that's lying to you and pretending to be a tree. It's like, what if someone actually wants to smash a tree, and then they smash it, only to find out that it's not actually a tree and it's a rock disguised as a tree? You know? I feel like that's just a recipe for heartbreak. But anyway, Politoed. Politoed. I'm going to pass on Politoed. Hoppip. To keep from being blown away by the wind, they gather in clusters. They do enjoy gentle breezes, though. Who would actually smash a hoppip? I'm not even sure what it is. It kind of looks like a... It almost... I can't even really... I can't even tell what it... He kind of looks like a mistletoe. He kind of looks like a mistletoe, if anything. And last I checked, I don't want to smash a mistletoe, so I'm going to pass as well. Skipplume. The bloom on top of its head opens and closes as the temperature fluctuates up and down. Okay, look at it. There's no way that I can smash a skip plume. Pass. It's like a dog with a flower on its head. No. Jumpluff. I'm sorry, I had to take my glasses off for a second. He's so cute. Jumpluff is so cute. He's so adorable and cute. I can't smash. I can't. He's so adorable. He's so cute though. But no. Pass on Jumpluff. Apom. Its tail is so powerful that it can use it to grab a tree branch and hold itself up in the air. You see, this is kind of almost like this is almost kind of like it's a grabby monkey with a big tail. Wait, no, yeah, it is a monkey because monkeys have tails and apes don't. Yeah. So I'm going to say pass on Apom. Sunkern. It may drop out of the sky suddenly. If attacked by a Spearow, it will violently shake its leaves. So I'm smashing a seed, basically, if I say smash. I'm going to say pass. Thank you. Sunflora. Sunflora. It converts sunlight into energy. In the darkness after sunset, it closes its petals and becomes still. Pass. I don't want to smash a sun. I don't want to smash a sunflower. Thank you very much. Yanma. That's basically a what is it? What do you call it? A dragonfly. No, I don't want to smash a dragonfly. Pass. Wooper. Okay, okay, yeah, no, that's another pass. That's a baby Pokemon, and not only that, but he's a very adorable baby Pokemon that I can't bring myself to smash. So, pass. Quagsire. I feel like we're really speeding through these, but I feel like it's because we've been getting a lot of baby Pokemon lately. And also others that are just too cute to smash. So Quagsire though. No. Pass. Espeon, on the other hand, it uses the fine hair that covers its body to sense air currents and predicts its enemy's actions. Now this is a tricky one. This is a very, very tricky one. This is a very tricky one. I can think of bug types you might smash. Also, Wooper is not a baby Pokemon. He's not? I always assumed that he was. I always assumed that Wooper was a baby Pokemon because I know that I think his final evolution he becomes massive and like a blob. I always thought he was a baby Pokemon. I guess it appears my research it appears I have misinformation about him. But Espeon. Yeah, Espeon. I like Espeon. I do. You know what? Well, this is a very tricky one. It's able to predict its enemy's actions. And it can sense air currents. Pass. Any Umbreon smash on smash on smash on Umbreon. Smash on Umbreon respectfully. Thank you. I passed on Espeon. I'll pass on Espeon, but yeah, Umbreon. Big smash. Very big smash. Anyway, for today, I think for today we'll go up to I think for today we'll go up to 200, which there's two more, and then I think I'll call it for today. I think I'll call it for today. I'm getting a little bit flustered. No, I'm joking. But I think we'll go up to like about 200. Which is literally just 2 away for today, and then we'll call it for today. Because I do have to work on something that I'm very excited for, and I hope all of you will love when it comes out, or not, or maybe not necessarily love, but will be fascinated by. I'm going to, yeah. But anyway, but what? Wow, someone wanted that goth doggy. No, I mean, no, I mean, Umbreon, she's, Umbreon is a very lovely Pokemon. That, in my opinion, is actually a step above Vaporeon, and in my opinion, is the best of the evolutions. But anyway, do you have a Discord to join? Actually, funny that you should mention that. I actually mentioned in my last stream that I've been thinking about making a Discord. I just haven't gotten. Well, I've been researching how to make a Discord server, because I kind of have been thinking about it, and I do recognize that a lot of VTubers and a lot of content creators even have Discord servers for their community and stuff, and so I definitely have been considering it, and I've been doing a research into it. I just haven't set it up yet. But hopefully in the future I might just surprise all of you with a Discord server. Where all of my degenerates, all of my dearest degenerates, I should say, can coalesce as a community. For the purpose of science and research. Yeah, but I'm working on it. I'm working on a Discord server. I just haven't gotten around to actually making it yet. Anyway, but yeah. Anyway, Murkrow. I like Murkrow. I like his design. I like how he looks. I think he's a very classy gentleman. Feared and loathed by many, it is believed to bring misfortune to all those who see it at night. I think Murkrow is misunderstood. I think he's a very classy gentleman, but I wouldn't smash him. Pass. Slowking. Very classy, with that big headpiece, but I'm going to say, I think I said no to Slowpoke, so I'm going to say no to Slowking. Pass. And would you look at that? Would you look at that? I actually said, we'll get to 200 and then we'll call it there. And look at that. It just so happens that that's when we would have to, it looks like, and look at that. It's literally, it just so happens that my internet decided to slow down again at 200. So yeah, I think we'll call it here. We got through 100 more Pokemon, I think. And we have smashed a few others, passed a whole lot others, for the purpose of science and research. Yeah, we'll continue this some later on. I don't know if next week or not, but we'll definitely continue this. We might have to speed it up though, because if we keep doing 100 each stream, this could take a year. This could take a year, so we might have to speed it up. It's just I like to fully give the Pokemon a chance, or at least list why. So yeah, but we might have to speed it up next time. Yeah. Anyway, anyway, like I said, I do have some things to work on. Hopefully, all of you will like it when it comes out. I'm working on a Discord server, and yeah, I appreciate all of you, dearest degenerates, for joining me on this tantalizing Pokemon Smasher pass. And yeah, we'll definitely do this more again. We'll definitely do this again. But we'll have to speed up. We have to pick up the pace because this could take a year if we do 100 a stream. But I very much enjoyed being with being with all of you here today. So yeah. I guess just get out there and research. And I guess just get out there and research, and have a plaptastic day. Bye everybody. Bye.